I'm Tim C. Smith, in for Matt this week. He will be back next week. The Memorial Day weekend is fast approaching and the fishing is in full swing. We have our correspondents checking in from around the island. Stay tuned. The weekly video fishing forecast is up next. The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners. It's Thursday, May 26th, and as you know, the Fisherman Magazine and Gray Fish Tag Research have been tagging striped bass here in the Northeast, and in return have been getting some amazing and surprising data. A few weeks back, New Jersey, Delaware managing editor Jim Hutchinson and I traveled down to Costa Rica to tag roosterfish, which in many ways is similar to our striped bass. Click on the card at the top right to check out this video, and check the description if you need the link. Later in the broadcast, we will have a report from Costa Rica. News 12 meteorologist Rich Von Ohlen has an outlook for the holiday weekend. Rich?
Hey, thanks, Tim. Let's check that Memorial Day weekend weather forecast, see what we got going on. You can always check your favorite apps, favorite websites, weather tools, whatever you got. This is a general heads-up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. So water temps, they came up, they came down, and kind of holding in the 50s to near 60. Wave heights over the weekend are going to average in that 2 to 4 foot range with 4 to 8s offshore. There's going to be a little leftover roll with not much wind on Saturday, but then we start to get kind of a northeast-east chop coming back for Sunday. So neither day is going to be perfect. Again, in the ocean, the bay should be good, the sound should be okay. And we got some rain on Saturday. It's not going to be a beautiful day. See a light south-southwesterly breeze, manageable but not perfect. And then we get towards Sunday, and the front goes by, and then we get more of an east-northeast, about 5 to 15, maybe a few gusts to 20. So it doesn't look ideal. Again, the forecast could change a bit. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Memorial Day itself on Monday, actually, looking a little bit calmer and nicer. There's high tides for Saturday, North Shore for the late morning, South Shore for the early morning. High temps, we got some 60s, 70s all throughout the island going into the weekend, so it's not too hot again. Check the guru quickly. There's Saturday, and again, more of a south breeze, a little chop, a little roll here left over, maybe 2 to 4 feet. There's Sunday, you know, the wind shift. See the shift right here? Front goes by, we got an east-southeast, but it's generally light. Hopefully it stays that way so the ocean's fishable. Memorial Day Monday itself, you know, looks like more of a west-southwest light breeze coming in, and perhaps a little more easy to fish the ocean. But either way, be safe, catch them up. Tim, back to you.
It's time for our correspondents to check in. Let's start off with Captain Timothy O'Rourke from Montauk. Tim?
Thank you, Tim. Well, greetings, everybody. Another spectacular week in Montauk. The weather's finally really settled down. We had some good quality conditions last week. I was out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some really spectacular bass fishing. Some big giant gator bluefish around. Plenty of bait. Sand eels have moved in. Squids in. So it's pretty much like a little bit of a bloodbath out around Montauk lately. That being said, I got some nice pictures of some striped bass that were caught over the weekend. Merritt White got his customer onto his personal best, which was nice to see. That was an evening trip for Merritt. The fluke fishing's starting to improve. It's still kind of hit or miss, but it's definitely improving, and there's signs of some nicer fish coming up depending on the day. The Miss Montauk's chipping away specifically on fluke. The Lazy Bones and the Montauk Star, those guys are doing combo trips, fluking and diamond jigging striped bass. So there's plenty of opportunity to get out and catch some fish, whatever variety of fish you're looking for. Vikings doing their typical stuff, porgy fishing up in the bay. They're doing really well with that. And this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, they're starting to do half-day trips specifically for fluke. A lot of really nice sea bass around. Doesn't really help anybody out since the season's not open, but it is a good sign that we will see a nice pick of sea bass when the season finally opens. Starting to see some tuna around. We're starting to see some bluefin move into the area. I've heard some reports. I also was given a video today. I just want to verify all that, get more information on that. So hopefully next weekend I'll have more information about that. As I keep saying, I'm fishing the Manhattan Cup next Friday, which is the 3rd of June. This is a great event right in downtown Manhattan, fishing mostly Raritan Bay and stuff like that. It's for a great cause. Mike Dean's really involved in this, and he's been asking me to do it for the last couple of years, and I'm really excited to be involved in that again. I'll be fishing my angler, Ira Krell. Ira won the most striped bass caught in the tournament last year, and he also got the largest striped bass. And he caught all of his fish on a fly last year, so that was a good accomplishment. I look forward to having Ira do really well again this year. All right, everybody, weather's looking pretty decent. Long weekend. Get out there and catch some fish.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean. Mike?
Hey everybody, fishing is still going really well between Shinnecock and Moriches. The bite I've been on has primarily been all on the blues. They were thick, they were finning. Every cast kind of, 8 to 12 pounders, just about for, a solid, like almost 2 weeks. Thinned out a little bit. I have heard that they seem to have moved closer to Shinnecock Inlet. A couple of buddies over there got into them and saw kind of what I had been seeing down in closer to Moriches. I had never seen anything like that, and my buddy that I've been fishing with has been fishing a lot longer than I have, and he said he hadn't either. So very, very cool start to the season. There are some bass mixed in. I've heard of some solid catches at night, mostly back in the bays near the inlets and moving water. If you're willing to sacrifice, which you should be, some soft plastics, darters. There are some nicer fish around, and hopefully we'll be seeing more as I hear the Raritan bite has been phenomenal the last week. So that's something to look forward to. Fluke bite, starting to get a couple of keepers, not myself, but there are a couple of keepers around that have been thicker, which is a good sign. That also has been a little bit closer to Shinnecock, up through Shinnecock Canal, the locks, and then into the Peconics, where also a tremendous porgy and weak fish bite continues. Plenty of opportunities. Looks like we might start the weekend off with some tough weather, but should be enough time to get out there. Also a couple of bass off the beach, so if you are heading to the beach with the family, doesn't hurt to bring the rod with you. Next week's the Manhattan Cup. We're just about at capacity, but if you have your own boat, would like to join us to fish in the sport fish division, you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you. All the money raised is getting more veterans out fishing, which is a great thing. Awesome group of people. We have some tremendous prizes, tremendous packages up in the live auction, as well as raffles. Van Stol's donated two 250s for us. Eric Collins at Capital Fishing and Steve Whiteson of Whiteson's donated an 8-foot tuna jigging rod, a Centaur rod, which is great. We paired perfectly with those Van Stol's. Ray Marine, our naming sponsor, has a number of packages that they've donated for the auction. So really good deal on 7-inch and 12-inch full boat package. All the bells and whistles, and a couple other Ray Marine items. There's a lot of stuff. It's a great day. It's all for charity. It's a 501c nonprofit. So what are you waiting for? Reach out to me. Hopefully we'll see you next week. And this weekend, get out there, have fun, catch them up, and I will talk to you next week.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing: that nothing says no to fish bites.
We have new correspondent Dylan Jewell from Moriches, who has this report and a great fishing tip. Dylan?
Thanks, Tim. Hey, Long Island. Hope everyone's been getting out there. The bass and bluefish bite remains red hot from one end of the island to the other. The spring run has been amazing so far, and with the new moon approaching quick, we'll get a push of much bigger fish. There's been a good weak fish bite on the North Shore and the South Shore in the back bays. Spoke with Terrence from Smith Point Bait and Tackle about fluke fishing. He said it's been slow, but it's been picking up. They held a tournament last weekend. The winning fluke was 6 pounds, 6 ounces right outside of Moriches Inlet. Thanks for the report, guys. Quick tip, bigger fish showing up. Maintenance. Can't speak enough about maintenance. Cut back 10, 20 feet, especially if you're fishing rocky areas. Check your leaders for any chafes. Sharpen your hooks. Change your hooks if they're rusty. You could be in the right place at the right time, but if your gear is not up to par, especially with these bigger fish, it's gonna decrease your chances significantly to land the fish. That's all I got for this week. Hope everyone gets out there and catch them up. Back to you, Tim.
From Northport, we have Mark McGowan from Cow Harbor Bait and Tackle.
Holy cow, the fishing's been off the charts. This is probably one of the best springs that I could think of in a long time. There's just so many happy memories of seeing like fathers, sons, fishing buddies, new friends, people getting together, just courtesy's contagious, sharing knowledge, and especially, this time of the year up here, there's a lot of trolling going on. So there's a lot of working together. You'll have like a bunch of boats out there chasing these fish. Some are jigging, some are chunking, a lot of people trolling. So practice your safety. You know, this Memorial Day weekend is going to be a lot of people because the fishing is red hot. We've seen multiple fish come up and they're way over the slot limit. I mean, if you're one of those people that you love that whole comp set right down to Cold Spring Harbor area, there's big fish on the beach. They're heavy and hot for chunks. We got fresh chunks at the shop all the time. The bunker's got to be super fresh, and they're like so keyed in on it. If you're out in the rips, flood of spoons, pulling wire, it's been red hot. Get out your docks, practice working on the top. If you're into fly, hit some of these fly charter guys. If you want to learn something, hire one of your local for hire people. Go out, learn a few things, get on some techniques. Don't go back to their spots and try to steal them. You'll get in trouble, but you'll absolutely up your game. There's just so much to learn, and with this many fish in there, it's plenty of time to practice all your different techniques. Fluke are red hot, porgies are red hot. Remember, sea bass we can't keep them yet, so there's some beautiful sea bass in the mix. Make sure if you want, you get your picture, put them right back in the water. The same thing with these fish. These over slot fish, they're migrating down from the Hudson. They're like very aggressive because they're such a tight biomass together. So you're going to see really hard hits on your lures, hard hits on your bait. It's just really aggressive fishing, and it's just getting better and better. Stupid fishing. I mean, it's been epic up here. The weak fish, huge trophy size bass, plenty of fish in the slots if you want to take something home for dinner. We've got fantastic porgy. There's still fluke. The squid run is thinning out, so a lot of these fish are transitioning onto the sand eels. We had gigantic sand eel hatch, huge cinder worm hatch. There's shrimp everywhere. There's bunker everywhere. These fish are hungry, and it's just the time to get out. And courtesy is contagious, right? But it's always great to learn, and that's what it's all about. Hey, listen, folks, if you're looking on those social media accounts and someone asks sort of a silly question, don't crucify them. Just maybe don't say anything, or be kind or whatever like that. There's enough turmoil going on. We don't want to hear about it going into Memorial Day weekend. Remember what Memorial Day weekend is all about, and the sacrifice a lot of people did to have a wonderful country like we do. Until next week, I bid you all peace and tight lines.
From the Fire Island area and the Great South Bay, let's check in with Captain Lorenzetti.
Hey Tim, Fire Island report. Things are happening. Lots of bluefish, lots of striped bass, pretty much all over. Up in the front, the inlet and the back bay areas, on plugs, on jigs, bucktails. It's all working really well. Decent fluke bite going on, more in the back. State channel's been good. Back bay areas more so than down by the inlet where the water's still a little on the cool side. And weak fish down at Ocean Beach, as usual, is showing up, but that's more of an early morning, late afternoon shot. So lots of good things happening, a lot of fish around. It's been a lot of fun. We just have to work, hope for some decent weather coming up. Just want to mention June 11th, Bergen Bay Docks Striped Bass Tournament. It should be a great one. Rain out day is the next day, Sunday, and I think Captain's meeting, pretty sure, is that Friday. So that's about it for this week, Tim. Talk to you next week.
Let's now check in with KJ Kennedy, also from the Great South Bay.
So the bluefish are definitely dominating the bay right now. This past weekend, I got on 3 nice 8-pound bluefish. I was throwing SP minnows, bone color, and silver, and some plugs. I stick with the hard plastic because their teeth will bite through any sort of soft plastics. We got on a few schoolies in the mix. We were chasing blitzes, following the birds, and it seems like those big striped bass have moved out into the ocean. My buddy Adam from Tuna Cartel actually sent me a report. He was scouting for tuna in 110 feet of water and got on a 49-inch cow out there. So I'm excited to get out into the ocean and start scouting for some of those bigger fish. Water temperature now in the bay is up in the high 50s and low 60s, and it looks like our weather forecast for the weekend is looking promising with the wind potentially kicking up. So look for windows where there's going to be light wind. Stay tuned on Fire Island Catch and Cook on Instagram. I'm doing a $100 gift card giveaway with Chasing Tails Bait and Tackle based out of Oakdale on the South Shore of Long Island. So get out there and enjoy your Memorial Day weekend and catch them up.
With our freshwater report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Good to hear from you again, Tim. So this week was crazy. I got my boat back after many weeks in the boatyard. shortage of labor, shortage of parts. Everything just takes so long, and I was so excited. And every day I wanted to go out. It's been blowing. It's been blowing. But next week, I'll be out there several days. It'll be good. As far as going out there are fish in the back bays in the western part. Duck Dennis is going out, plugging the sod banks in the morning. Always catching fish. So you got to get out early, high dropping tide. That's what he prefers. Now, there was a customer from Holland of mine. He came in. He actually came a week earlier from his family. They're on vacation, and he just fished for 7 straight days. He's calling it. He's going to Jones Beach. He's going over to. He's been everywhere. We were supposed to fish last night, except he called me. He's way out in the Hamptons, and he's into bluefish. He says, yeah, I'm not coming. So good luck to you, Hans. As far as the freshwater scene, Trout Unlimited Lawyer Fly Rodders took a group up to the Croton watershed to show them around and do a little fishing. And high water, but clear, and everybody had fish. But it was mostly nymphs. But it was good. It was good. As far as the ponds, I'm hearing their bluegills are really starting to get on their beds, so it's picking up that way. Now, I want to talk to you about something. We have here on this river the Connecticut Park, and those the park fees actually goes to general funds. It doesn't actually go to the park to be used. So to raise money, what are they doing? They're selling hats. They're selling T-shirts. They're selling pins. They're selling patches. All that money goes back into the park, into the projects to make it better. Sue and her crew are doing a great job. So if you want to support your park, next time you're there at the front desk with Kim's at the front desk, buy a T-shirt, buy a hat, buy a pin, or do what I did. Buy them all, because it goes back to us. So until next week, tie lines, everybody.
Chris Landry has the Jamaica Bay report.
This weekend was very similar to last weekend. Super foggy, no visibility, very crowded, dangerous conditions, but everyone worked well together and we got on bass. Went out with Bass Appeal again, where we were doubling up, tripling up. Mike from Frank's Fish Club caught this 45-incher, big boy. We're getting them on a live bunker because these fish are still keyed in on big adult bunker and swallowing them whole. Lures only work sporadically in different parts of the bay. Also, Florida fishing friends came 1,200 miles from Pompano Beach to get on this hot bass bite. I took them out, the pressure was on, and we had to work for it, but we came home with the W. We got on bass. I also got on my first bluefish of the season. The bluefish are definitely in. Water temperatures are about 58, and in the basins, they're up to 65. This bite should last till about Father's Day. We have another 3 or 4 weeks to get on this hot bass bite. So get out there, be safe, and tight lines.
Raul Ortiz, the urban angler, checks in. Raul?
Fishing continues to be good around the city, Long Island Sound, South Shore of Long Island, and Hudson River. A lot of fish being caught, anywhere from 10 pounds to 30 pounds, with some occasional fish in the 40-pound range. I did a lot of fishing myself with my son and some friends on their boat. We had a good time fishing on the western part of the Long Island Sound. A lot of slot fish being caught. I did a trip and fished the beaches of Long Island. I didn't get too lucky besides catching dogfish and some skates. Fished the Great South Bay. Pretty much there, it's been lock and load with all the bluefish and stripers you want. And the bite continues to be good, guys. It's not much I can say, but you should be out there putting in that time and you'll be rewarded. Anyway, tight lines.
Lastly, we check in with Captain Benn Gilmour from Marina Pez Vela down in Costa Rica. Ben?
Hey guys, I'm checking in from Costa Rica at the Marina Pez Vela Capos. The last 3 years, right around about now, we have had the best sail fishing in Costa Rica for more than 10 years. It took us by surprise a few years ago. May, June and July, there was just some incredible sail fishing in an area of about 10 miles, 30 miles offshore, where we had a bait congregation of cabaya bait fish that came in, and just the mother load of sailfish hot on their heels. On my boat last year, we caught 26 sailfish in one day, plus wahoo and yellowfin tuna. Just incredible fishing. We're all waiting to see whether it's going to happen again this year. We all think it is. The bait seems to be turning up. Get ready, guys, if you're coming to Costa Rica, for the best sail fishing of your lives.
Remember, like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. Check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and an index for specific reports. Please support our correspondents by visiting their website and social media pages. Let us all remember what this weekend is all about. Without the brave men and women who sacrificed for us in the past, we would not be enjoying our freedom we have now. Matt will be back next week, and we'll see you right here at thefisherman.com. Here's the Dreamboat fishing standings as of May 26th. Garrett Weir is holding first place with 20 points. Bob NTC is in second with his 15-pound bluefish. Bobby Cifarelli in third, and a new fourth place holder back from last year is Andreas Brundler with 9 points. New to the board is Peter Jenna with a second place porgy at 2.97 pounds. Joe Minio with a 3-pound sea robin. Sean Brownyard from the Great South Bay with a 2.81 pound sea robin. And right behind him is Ferdinand Ledge with a 2.8 pound sea robin. Now's the time for great bluefish and fluke catches. So folks, the categories are wide open. You're bound to get on the board. Good luck. The Dreamboat Fishing Challenge is the Fisherman subscriber-only multi-species fishing competition with a chance to win a new Steigercraft 23 Miami powered by Yamaha, along with many other great prizes. Subscribe now to the Fisherman magazine to be part of the action.
Hey everybody, it's Dave Anderson with the New England edition. Just going to give you a quick rundown on what's going on the Coastal Kayak Clash this week. We had quite a few nice entries come in. We'll start things off with the weak fish. Jose Negron came in with a 25 3/4 incher, which was good enough for second place in the category, but Mike Radzizewski now leads the category with 27 3/4 inches. We also had a nice bluefish that came in from Michael Kelly. That's a second place finisher at 33 inches. And the big fish of the week was caught by Ken Stark, a 47 3/4 inch striped bass. If you look at the top 3 ranking, you're going to see Justin Oser is still leading with 5 points. Then we have Davis Porter and Bob Stuber, both with 3 points. But the fact of the matter is there's actually 5 guys with 3 points. And the only reason that these two have been chosen to take second and third is because they entered fish earliest in the tournament. We got a lot of time to go. We have many months to go here, and things are going to get more and more exciting. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have next week. Good luck out there.